What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Legacy Tarantulas. So this is a little bit different from the stuff I usually look at. Thanks to Matt Partsformer, he was actually looking for this figure and he agreed to let me take a look at the review before I send it off to him. So thank you. And I've heard really good things about this figure, specifically from T-Man978. Shout out to him and his channel. But I wanted to take a look at this before I sent it off, so let's take a look. Got some really nice paint on this figure. Of course, this is from Beast Wars. You've got the yellow paint there on the top of the head, the green and darker yellow there, the green dots here, paint here along the claws, and then paint here on the feet. I believe this lighter green here is also painted. Here's the back. You got that yellow here. We'll see that more in the bug mode. But yeah, I mean, it looks very, very good. You do get some accessories, so you get this kind of buzzsaw that will fit into his hand here. Good looking weapon. And then you get, of course, his arrow-like weapon. Looks a lot like Black Arachnia's weapon, but that'll fit into there. And he can have both weapons. Now for his articulation, the head is on a ball joint, but you don't really get any up and down. You get a rotation hindered a little bit back here, but it does go all the way around. Tiny bit of side to side, I won't even count that. The arms will have a reverse butterfly, but not really meant for that. They'll go up to there. If you move this out of the way, you get it. And that's one of the issues. These ball joints for the legs pop off pretty easily, but they go back in. Not a big deal. You can't move this back and forth. You have a rotation at the elbow. You have a elbow bend at 90 degrees and nothing at the hands. The waist can rotate here at the midsection. That's kind of cool. Legs go up to there, back to there, out to the side, all on friction, rotation at the thigh. Double jointed knee, which is pretty cool. Mostly for transformation, but it does work out here. You have a ankle tilt backward and forward and to the sides. Oh, and of course you can articulate the legs on these ball joints. Basically in and out, you can rotate them as well. So there you go for articulation. And for a quick size comparison, there it is next to I believe this was Earthrise Alicon. I don't have any of the retail Beast Wars figures, but of course fits in nicely with the rest of the Beast Wars line we got from not only Earthrise but also in the Legacy line. Alright, now let's get Tarantulas transformed into his Tarantula mode. So come to the back here, unpeg this from here. That'll allow you to take this piece here, and that's going to come up and over his head and sit like that. You can bend the legs forward. That'll allow you to take this, bend it downwards. We can rotate the legs. We'll take care of this a little bit later, but rotate the legs around. We're going to rotate this waist piece 180 degrees. Allow you to take this piece and keep these legs up, but this will come down and tab in right here. Come to the bottom, and we're going to take these feet. Those are going to go inwards. And this is going to come down. There's a tab right here, so make sure that makes its way into the back of his calf. And then that's going to come down and tab into here. And you should have this purple piece inside like that. All right, same on this one. Fold that up, fold this in, tab that in, and then bring this downwards and tab that in. The rear weapon will tab in right there. So there's a little slot and there's a hole right there. That's going to fit right in there, and it sits pretty securely there. Come back to the front here and knock this leg off. Not a big deal. You can just pop it back on. All right, this is going to come inwards and tab in. So there's a slot right there and a tab on the side of his head. So just get that lined up and get that all in there. And then there's a tab back here that's going to fit on the back. All right, same on this side. Get this collapsed and tabbed in the back, in front, and then in the back here. And then the final step, rotate these claws so they face down like this. And then straighten out your legs so that he can kind of be standing or walking around on them. And there you have him in his tarantula mode. Actually quite good looking. The shell or the back really looks good with that paint there. Kind of has a metallic look to it. And then the claws that are painted in the front and the eyes, that all works out here in the tarantula mode. You have ball joints here, so you can rotate these and they can go up and down. He can't really hold the weight. I guess, let me try. Let's see. I guess he could. So you can sort of pose him, but the balls are a little bit on the weak side. But overall, you can kind of get him into a look. This one is a little bit loose. It doesn't sit firmly, but it does fit on the bottom. So I like that you have storage for both weapons. And for size comparison, there it is next to an Alicon, since they don't have a Beast Wars figure. But of course, yeah, looks good. It's going to fit in perfectly with your retail Beast Wars collection. So final thoughts on the Transformers Legacy Tarantulas. Let's start with the positives. This guy has some really impressive articulation. I was impressed. You know, I didn't think it was going to have all of this going on, especially in the legs. It's really got a lot. But even in the upper torso and the arms, you really can get this into a lot of poses just due to the different things. And then the arm can actually go backwards, so you get some reverse butterfly. Things that you wouldn't expect on a deluxe. There's also some pretty good paint on it as well. I've been seeing more and more paint on the deluxe class figure, so now I'm starting to expect it. But this one is no exception. It's got good paint. Nice accessories. I like the gun and I like the little saw blade thing here. Both of those work, and they stow away in the tarantula mode. Negatives wise, these ball joints pop off pretty easily on these legs, so you just gotta be careful. You can't just rotate it any way you want. You gotta have to just be, you know, it's easy to put back on, but it is one of those things that is just a little bit of an irritation. But that's really it. I don't have a lot of negatives. It's a really good figure. I, of course, don't love Beast Wars, so this isn't speaking to me, but I know people who like Beast Wars. This is a great version of Tarantulas. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.